He's got the toys. He's got showmanship. And he's got sex appeal. Ladies and gentlemen, from the great Southwest, here's the guru of gadgets, the dapper and dashing Don Baine, the Gadget Professor. Gadget Professor.
Well, hello everyone, it's Don Baine, the Gadget Professor, coming to you live and in color from our Scottsdale, Arizona studio. We are on show number 272. Let's make that 273. Welcome everyone. I'm so glad that you tuned in. If you're new to the Gadget Professor, welcome. If you've never watched the Gadget Professor before, welcome to you too. The Gadget Professor is now heard in 172 countries around the world, and I have you to thank for that. Thank you very much. The easiest way to watch the Gadget Professor probably is to go to the webpage, and that would be www.thegadgetprofessor.com. When you're on our webpage, just go down on the right-hand side, scroll down about halfway. You'll see the newsletter button there. If you push the newsletter button, what will happen is when you enter your email address every Thursday evening, as soon as the show is posted, you will get for absolutely zero free the show notes. And what the show notes are is they're basically a hot link of everything that we discussed in each Thursday night episode, and all you have to do is click on that and it will bring you directly to the topic that we discussed. Also, you can really subscribe to the show on iTunes. That's fairly simple to do. Just go to iTunes and subscribe to the Gadget Professor. You get both the audio and the video track, whatever it is that you want. You can also subscribe to our Rebel Mouse page, and that would be Rebel Mouse /Gadget Professor. And on the Rebel Mouse page, we have all kinds of crazy things. As a matter of fact, we'll be talking about our Rebel Mouse page in a second. But what this does is, as soon as a gadget is announced on the internet, the Rebel Mouse page captures that information and puts it on our page, so you can see a variety of gadgets by the minute. Really, if you go back to this page several times a day, you will see that pretty much every 20 minutes the page changes because it's dynamically linked, and you'll see all kinds of crazy gadgets, and we'll get to that in a second. So getting back to some housekeeping, you can email me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com, thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com, and I do answer all my email. As a matter of fact, in a second or two, we're going to take an email that I received maybe 2-3 weeks ago from Brian Kitchen, and it was an awesome email. And Brian, I found some cool technology for you, so certainly stay tuned. Let's get right into it, folks. Let's get on to the gadget of the day, and this is it. It is called the ClearMax 3-prong 1-4 cord splitter cable power extension cord. Yikes, that is a mouthful. This is an awesome gadget. It's one of those simple gadgets, but it's really a helpful item. What this basically is it's a extension cord on steroids. It has one plug that you're going to plug into your outlet, and then as you can see, there are 4 taps that it divides itself into. Now, what's nice about this particular extension and unusual is that it's UL approved. A lot of these are made in China and are not UL approved. This one is. As a matter of fact, it's rated at 16 amps, so that's going to give you roughly 4 amps per cord, which is awfully nice. Now, of course, you've got to be responsible. You don't want to plug in a refrigerator and a power generator and an ice box and an air conditioning unit into this. You've got to be responsible, so it's a max, if you will, of 4 amps per socket, which is just enough to pretty much handle anything that you have of an electrical nature when it comes to AV. And one of the things I like about this is that you can now plug these, what we call power bricks in, your little power charger for your phone or your camera, whatever it may be, and you're not constrained to a strip, if you will. This divides up from one outlet into 4, and obviously you have plenty of room to move these sockets around where you want them. Several weeks ago, I did a review on single sockets that were like 4 inches extensions with the plug on this end. They were nice, and you use them as needed. What I like about this is one plug, and now you've got 4 strips on it, 4 extension cords, and you don't need to worry about where the individual ones are. So that's why I really like this. The amperage is good. It's well made. If we were to take a quick look at the specs, we'll find out that they come in a 3-pack, and it's $18.39 for the 3-pack. And this is the ideal solution for adding some length to your current electrical devices. It's 18 inches long total, and that means from the plug to the end of the strip, it's 18 inches long, and that's a good thing. It extends the outlet strip and avoids having been cluttered by these bulky power adapters, which I hate. The cord is resistant to moisture, abrasion, and exposure to sunlight. It's built with molded water-resistant blades, and what it means by that is the actual physical mechanical structure that plugs into the wall. These are water-resistant, and they're quite well made. This is not a cheap, crummy outlet that you'll find at some stores. This is the real deal. And, of course, it works great with computers, monitors, scanners, printers, power transformers, and pretty much any other electrical device that has a 3-pin male-to-female adapter. So I really like it. And it's available on Prime, Amazon Prime, for $18.39. You save $41.60. If you believe them, they say that this thing lists for $60. I doubt it, but it is well made. So that really is a 1, 2, 3. That's our gadget of the day. I don't want to show you what my TV station looks like here underneath this desk because it ain't pretty. However, now with these strung all over the place, it still ain't pretty, but it's a lot safer and a lot easier for me to get to the power adapter. So definitely check that out, and I hope that you find that very helpful. Let's get on to some news of the day. I'm going to take a little bit of a turn for a change with the show. I do want to call your attention to an email that I received probably about 3 weeks ago, and this is from a gentleman. His name is Brian, and Brian Kitchen unfortunately is sight impaired, and he sent me a beautiful email, and I really appreciated the email. He said that he'd been watching the show for a while, which I love. And he also asked me about some of the technology that could be applicable for the sight impaired. And Brian, I certainly haven't forgot you. Again, thank you for your email, and I am working on a bunch of things that may be helpful to you. It's also helpful to me, quite frankly, folks, to find out what it is that you're using, so it may help someone else. And we're just a big family out here, and I have a lot of actually handicapped people, wheelchair people that are constrained to a wheelchair, people who are hearing impaired, sight impaired, whatever the case. And I'm quite frankly honored that you give me a chance and listen to my mumbo jumbo and talk about the gadgets and my apps, because I love hearing from you. So what happened is this morning when I actually went on to my Rebel Mouse page, as I always do, and I'm reading on what the gadgets are, and I did this like 2 seconds before I went on the air today, and I noticed this gadget here. It's actually a technology that they're using in London, and I want you to listen to this, Brian. Just click on that. It will definitely be in the show notes. But what this is a device that they're actually using in London at this point in time. And what it is it's a device that's, let me see if I can go back a frame here. Yeah, there it is. You can actually see on this video here, if you're not sight impaired, obviously, that they have sensors all over the city. And what the sensor does is it senses where your audio headset is. And these headsets are essentially free. And you put them on, and it will guide you through the city. It will tell you that you're coming up a block away from whatever the station terminal may be. It will tell you how many stairs that you have to go down before you hit the train station, whether you have to go left or right or whatever. And it basically guides you through the city based on all these sensors. The technology is fabulous. Again, it's one of those technologies that's very simple, but people are innovative and creative, and I love when they employ technology to help everybody, and this certainly does that. I do expect this to, it's called Wayfinder, I do expect it to come to the United States, or it may even be here. I don't know, but it's really cool stuff, and I think everybody should at least watch the video. It's only 1 minute 33 seconds. And Brian, again, thank you for your email, and I will be back to you shortly. And again, keep the emails coming. I love it. I love it. All right. It's Black Friday very soon, folks, and whether you realize it or not, one of the best pages out there is BF Ads Net, and this is it's an awesome page. I've been using it for years. What it does essentially is it posts every single ad that is leaked or not leaked to their website, and you can actually go on this, and they'll scan the whole ad in for you. Right now, they have Harbor Freight, Sears, Amazon, Bass Pro Shops, Big Lots, Lego, and also Sam's just came out with their Sam's Club holiday book ads. So if you want to know what is probably going to be on sale and what the ads are starting to look like for Black Friday, this is the de facto standard that I use. It will also tell you the store hours, what they are and what they maybe not are, if you will, because some stores are now being closed for Thanksgiving. So you can follow all that hubbub on this on their website. It's again bfads.net, bfads.net, and of course that will be in our show notes. And now for some freebies. A lot of people use the Microsoft Home Office Suite. It's a wonderful product. Last week I had an alternative to that, a free alternative. But if we're talking about templates for Office Suite, which do come with the pack, these are templates that are absolutely free. So you can go on this site. It's the templates.office.com site, totally free. Anybody can use this site, and they have thousands of templates that are really graphically well produced, well designed, and you can check by the product. So if you want Excel spreadsheets, you can go to Excel spreadsheets. If you want PowerPoint templates, you can just click on PowerPoint, and you'll see that there's a variety of really nicely laid out, nicely designed graphics templates. Or if you're doing Word documents, of course, there's templates for that. And you have the ability to actually check by category. You can check agendas, brochures, budgets, business calendars, cards, certificates. All kinds of things are there. And again, it's totally free. Speaking of free in Microsoft, they have a lot of cool things out there. I don't know if you're aware of it, but if you have a smartphone, an iOS, an Apple phone, or a Droid, pretty much any type of flat surface, whether it's a smartphone or it's a tablet, you can go to this site. It's called Get Office Mobile Apps. This is free, but what it's going to do is give you Office 365, which is the Office suite for use on your mobile device, your smartphone or your tablet. Again, it doesn't matter whether you're on the Droid system or the iOS. And this will work Office on your PC and Mac, advanced mobile features, and it will bring it all together. What this does is from your phone or tablet, Office 365 keeps you connected with what's important to your family, your friends, and your projects. And this will allow you literally to view, edit, create your documents with a familiar Office interface optimized for mobile connectivity, both on your tablets and on your smartphones. Totally free, so definitely take advantage of that. I personally have this on my iPhone. I have it on my Droid tablet, my Android tablets, and certainly on my iPad. And I love it. I love it. That coupled with the templates, a very powerful tool. Very powerful. So check that out. It's a 365, Office 365. Now, this next app, this is one of those apps that when you need it, you need it. And when you don't need it, you don't care that it exists. But this definitely exists. It's called Falcon 4's Ultimate Boot CD. This particular version is 4.61. Now, here's what this is for. If you are having a problem with your computer, particularly your Windows machine, because it won't work on anything else, your machine gives you the blue screen of death, it won't boot, any kind of problem that you may have, you're going to download this Falcon's Ultimate Boot disk, and you're going to load it, you're going to burn it onto a CD, and you're going to put the CD away. Now you're using your Windows machine, and as I said, it crashes continually, it won't boot up, you get the blue screen of death. What do? You pull out this Falcons 4 CD, the Ultimate Boot CD, you put it in your computer, and your computer will now boot from this CD. Now, what is neat about this is on the CD, after you download the program, what is on the CD are a variety of free programs that help you repair your computer. They have the CC Cleaner. It's on there. You don't have to buy any of this stuff. They have Specky. They have Recover, Malwarebytes, TerraCopy, the MemTest 86, which will test to see if your memory's leaking or if it's okay. You have Firefox. You have Magical Jelly Bean Key Finder. What's that for? If you lose the key to your Windows operating system or any other piece of software, you'll run this program and it will tell you what your key was. It also has several other options like Mini XP and Free DOS. It also includes partition tools for both Seagate and Dell. These are all things that are very important tools to have when your computer's acting up, and it gives you a chance as a consumer to make these repairs. If you're not familiar with these programs, it does have detailed instructions how to run them. It also has a Windows password changer, and all this stuff is free. So once again, this program is called Falcons 4. It works really great. Just download it and burn it onto a CD, and away you go. All right, speaking of free, here's a program that is good for the Mac or the PC, and it works quite well. I just used it yesterday. I had a friend who was freaking out over the phone that they lost their camera. Had a SD card, a mini SD card, and for some reason it was corrupt, and they just got back from their vacation. Anyway, I had them load this program onto their system. It's a free download. It's called the Premier Mac Data Recovery Software. The actual name of it is called Drill Disk. So this is good for the Mac or the PC. And what you're going to do is you're going to download the program, and you're going to run the program on your computer, again, whether it's a Mac or a PC. And even if you have external disks or SD cards, external drives, hard drive, a mini disk, whatever it may be, this will actually show you the different partitions on the disk, and all you have to do, as you can see right here, is just click recover, and it will say recover the unallocated, recover your system reserve, recover your CD files. You had a Hitachi drive, whatever you have on that system, just click it and it will recover those files. So essentially what you would do is you would find this little SD card that's plugged into your computer, or the adapter that's plugged into your computer. You'll recognize that card. It will pop up and it will say recover. You're going to click recover that particular SD card, and bang, you will get all your files back if they are recoverable. Doesn't get any easier than that. And again, it's one of these programs that you don't want to know about until you actually are in that situation and need to take care of it. Now, this next particular program is very interesting. Please pay attention to what I'm saying, because it's one of these programs, if you don't pay attention to what I'm saying, you're going to not be a happy camper. And I'm going to get bad email, and I don't like that. So here we go. This is called Baine. Not Baine, but Baine. And what Baine is it's a program that's specifically used if you want to wipe a hard drive totally clean. And what I mean by that is even though you think your files are erased and you click delete on a file, it's not gone. We talked a little bit about this maybe 2 or 3 episodes ago. It can be recovered. So if you're going to be kind enough and gift your computer to your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your uncle, some charitable organization, a church, a synagogue, whatever it may be, you really want to make sure that your data is not there. You want to wipe that disk completely free. And it's important that you do that, because if you don't, some of the other programs that I've just discussed can go in and recover those files. Yep, your checkbook file, your financials, your spreadsheets, you don't want that. So in order to make sure that your hard drive is wiped totally clean, that there's nothing on there and none of these programs will recover it, you want to use a program like Baine. And what this is it's a program, this version is 2.30, that you'll run your hard drive through that program, and it totally wipes out everything that's on there. It's just like you bought it off the shelf. It's brand new, and you cannot recover anything from it. Now, here's the part where you need to pay attention. Pay attention. Wake up. Wake up. All right, follow me carefully. So here's the program. Now, what you do to download this program is you click this download button, this red download button, and this is on the dban.org site, download. That red button is what you're going to click. Now, I am going to click the red download button. Now, watch what happens. I'm clicking the download button, and all of a sudden, much to my amazement, the program is automatically going to download. It says download of Baine will start in 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7, 0 seconds. And if I look in the lower right-hand corner, right here, the program has downloaded. It's called Baine-2.30, and you can actually see it down here in the lower left-hand corner, and I can open up that program. Don't open the program. again, after you download the program, do not open it. Why? Because it will start to run and it will delete your entire drive. You don't want to do that. You download the program and then you burn it onto a CD or a DVD. Make sure you understand that. Now, what will happen is you will see a page pop up and it will ask you to fill it out. You don't have to do that. Here's the page. Here's what it looks like. Start here and it says fill this out. Your name, your address, your email, all that stuff. You don't have to fill that out. That is really a page that will send you more information on programs. It's not spam, but that's how they make money, because they'll send you programs that you may end up buying. And if you want to fill it out, it's okay. It's not going to create any type of infection or malware or anything like that on your hard drive. It won't do that. So you do not have to fill that page out. As I said, the program will automatically download what's called an ISO file, and you want to take that ISO file and then burn it onto another unit, another CD, if you will, or another unit of like a DVD. And once you have that, you can then take your disk and with that burn CD, and then it will eliminate everything. So you got to be careful how you use that DBAN program. It works really well, and once your disk is wiped by that DBAN program, there's nothing to recover. It's safe to give that computer away or to dispose of that hard drive or whatever you want to do with it. Use it in another computer, sell it. I don't care. But please, when you have a hard drive that you've been using, and I don't care what was on it, wipe it. And that way there's nothing on it and there's no issues, and that's the best and safest way to do it. So that will wrap it up today for the Gadget Professor Show. I hope you enjoyed the show. I enjoyed bringing it to you. I will see everybody next Thursday evening. So long from the Gadget Professor.
The Gadget Professor is produced by Don Baine,
Multimedia Communications, LLC.
If you would like your product reviewed on The Gadget Professor or would like to appear on The Gadget Professor, contact us via email at thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com. The opinions expressed on the program by the host, guests, call-in listeners, or chatters are solely the opinions of the original source who expressed them. And thank you for watching The Gadget Professor.